only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to presented by the Bank of the Ozarks, Oak Propane, Rivers Local 663, Shelter Rancher, Bank Affiliate, with Great Southern Bank. Welcome here on week 8 on Rivalry Friday to the show. Mid Buchanan head coach Aaron Fritz. Coach, thanks so much for your time today.
Hey, no problem.
Coach, we've been talking rivalries all day. We've had to talk with Evan and Kansas, Maryville, Savannah, Baxter, for life. Probably a unique rivalry. Mid Buchanan, East Buchanan. And I found out yesterday, East Buchanan is in Buchanan County. But nonetheless, there has been no high school football team for the past 5 years that have played more than Mid Buchanan and East Buchanan. So talk about that rivalry a little bit.
Well, for me, it's important because we're so close to proximity. I think our bus trip like 16 or 17 minutes straight across the highway here. We compete in everything. We're in the same conference. I feel like the last 2 years, between boys and girls, it's been Mid Buck, East Buck. We compete for a lot of championships. That's the way we're able to see each other's season in whatever sport it is. And so these, with our communities being so close to proximity, kids grow up knowing each other, maybe competing on the same teams and stuff for area things when they're little. And as they get older, they continue to know each other. And so parents have been around each other forever. Now these kids have been around each other forever. It's just continued that way for a long time. And it's huge, but it's been really big for our community and their community the last few years because everything's been so important.
And it's relatively a friendly rivalry. Something very vicious or anything. It's just, that you guys have won 6 out of the last 10 matchups there. That, as you mentioned, whoever wins that game, a lot of times one or the other is in the other season. That's been the case the last 5 years. What do you feel like you're going to have to do tonight going into this matchup to come out on top?
Well, the last couple times, special teams and turnovers have been the key, especially when we've been able to win. Last year when we beat them, we won special teams. We had a lot of turnovers. We sacked them a bunch and did a lot of good things. And then they turned around and beat us in the playoffs, and they won the turnover battle and they scored on special teams. So there's a good example right there of some little things that have mattered huge in our last 2 games. And then, man, they're a Class 1 team, but they have like 5 or 6 kids that are 300 pounds, and they put them on the O and D line and try to platoon them. And you just don't see that a lot in Class 1. So our guys up front, all 150 pounds to 190 pounds of them, are going to do a good job of busting their tails, getting after it, and playing with a little bit of nasty tonight, so we have a chance to compete.
Now, right now in that district, that Class 1 District 8, you guys are the top seed, 7-0 on the season. East Buchanan, 6-1, but just 3 points behind. But this is going to determine who has home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Absolutely, and it determines a conference title. We've been very fortunate the last couple of years to have won a conference title, and they're the only 2 conference titles we have in school history in football. So a lot's on the line tonight. Do we have a chance to see if we can get a third one here for our school history? We haven't done that for the last 2 years. So we're going to take that back too. So one seed in the district, one seed advantage of the conference title all the way.
I know you talked about this a little bit earlier. Tomorrow morning, locked it up and opened the paper, open.net, defeated East Buchanan. What are 1 or 2 of the stats that you guys will have won that will determine the number?
Well, I think let's penalties tonight. Last time we played, they've had a lot of penalties. And in all the games we've won, they've been penalized for personal fouls. They probably used to do it. Last time we played them in the DSI zone was because they played a really good game. So if we win the penalty war, that's a big one. Obviously, I mentioned turnovers and things like that. If we turn them over, we've had a good opportunity to get after will be, and we got to make sure we win the turnover battle. I mean, the thing you'll hear me say, if we get it done or not get it done, we have to play with tremendous effort. That's the reason our has our team on the field, and we have to do that tonight.
Going into, and we talked, like I said, talked to coaches around the state and the weather. I know I was up there yesterday. It was so windy. So windy this year. I mean, it's really hot. What's the weather like in Oklahoma?
You know, the sun came out this morning for a while, and I feel about an hour or so, died down, and we had overcast, like 25-mile-an-hour winds. So I'll be honest with you, I feel like I hope next week because we haven't done the ball very much this year, and they feel excited for it. So I hope the weather will kind of give us a little advantage we weren't expecting to get. But right now it's really windy, it's chilly out. It's pretty good football weather though.
You bet. Coach, Chris, appreciate you being generous with your time, and I feel like you said lunch with you.
Good to meet you. I really enjoyed it. Hope it's great. And really appreciate you.
Thank you, bet. Thanks for coming on. Hey, good luck tonight. Stay healthy, stay safe, and God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah. Here's Chris. At Mid Buchanan, 7-0. Rivalry or rivalry week 8. And I would remind